Hi, this is Tony Sagami. Hey, I want to talk to you a little bit about a big birthday party. It was a birthday party for the People's Republic of China. You probably caught a little bit on the news, but unless you stayed up very, very late, you probably missed the actual live broadcast. But last week, China celebrated its 60th anniversary since the founding of the People's Republic of China. Now remember, that's when the communists took control back in 1949. But 60 is a very important date to China because they do operate on a 12-year lunar calendar, and 60 years is considered to be one generation. And their birthday party, the ceremonies held in Tiananmen Square, were really something to behold. I encourage you, if you have time, to go to YouTube and just do a search for 60th Anniversary China, and you'll see a very, very impressive display of not just of China's economic might, but primarily of its military might. And that was going to surprise you. One of the things you might notice, just a little afterthought, the pure blue skies in Beijing the day of the ceremony, and they did that by seeding the clouds like they did before the Olympics to make it rain. I don't know how the drought areas in America are doing, but maybe we should borrow some of that Chinese technology. But the ceremony was filled with words of peace, but it also was an impressive display of instruments of war. It was a massive display, a military parade, tens of thousands of soldiers goose-stepping, ballistic missiles, tanks, fighter jets, helicopters, armored vehicles. And the People's Liberation Army, which they call it, has 2.3 million soldiers, and that makes it the largest standing army in the world. Perhaps even more impressive than what happened in Tiananmen Square was a naval display in Qingdao. China has 10 nuclear subs, a giant fleet of ships, destroyers, everything but aircraft carriers. And to put that in perspective, China's military budget last year was $70 billion. Now, it's a lot less than the $500 billion the U.S. has spent, but as a percentage of GDP, that's a very high number. And so China is moving very quickly to become a very powerful military power. One of the things, if you watch some videos of this birthday celebration, I think you'd be hard-pressed not to think that China is an impressive military power, that perhaps the U.S. should do some things to make sure we keep pace. I don't think it's going to happen. I've heard a lot of the conventional wisdom is to invest in defense stocks like Lockheed and Martin Marietta and those other stocks, but I don't think that's right. I think that's actually dead wrong. I think the current Obama administration is quite peaceful, and they are going to look for ways to cut the military spending instead of increase it. So I wouldn't touch those with a 10-foot pole. But there are some companies that are making lots of money from supplying military weapons and technology to the Chinese military. Here, I'm going to give you one to take a look at. It's called China Innovation Investment. China Innovation Investment. And the ticker on that, it's on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, is 1217, 1217.HK on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. Very impressive company, does a lot of business with the government of China, and should continue to prosper as China increases their military budget. And that budget is expected to increase by more than 10% a year for this foreseeable future. So watch that Chinese anniversary display and be in awe of it, but also think about ways you can make money on it. And China Innovation Investment, there's a lot more, and I'm not saying you should run out and buy it today. That's certainly one you should take a look at, because whenever there's these type of massive displays of military might, you know somebody's making a lot of money, and I'd like it to be you.